Welcome guys to another builds video. Today we're going to be covering the Vaykor Marelok and we will be covering 3 builds once again. Our first build up today is going to be the Blast build. As you've seen previously, I love Blast, and with this gun having such high status, 98.4% is pretty much guaranteed nearly every single shot hits with Blast. So our mod layout is we've got Hornet Strike, Lethal Torrent, Primed Heated Charge, which you can pick up from Barocketeer during one of his rotations, Deep Freeze, Scorch, Frostbite, Barrel Diffusion, and Pummel. It is an event mod, but Barocketeer has been selling those as well recently. So we'll go in, we'll show you how well this Blast build works, and then we'll jump onto the other 2 builds. Now, as per usual, we're going to be running Orokin enemies so that we can show you the 3 different types. We've got Infested, we've got Corpus, and now we've got the Grineer. And we will be running them again at level 60. There we go. Oh, I've said this before, I love Blast purely because of how it helps you handle the mobs that are around you. The Corpus, they don't do very well against this gun. It is an impact gun, and you can see there the Blast helping me control those infested there. And I do believe we've cleared all the enemies. No, we've got 1 left. Here we go. And there we have it, level 60, all 3 different types there getting knocked down. Now we will go onto the heavy gunners and the bombards and show you guys just how it works against them as well. So we're going to be running again with the level 60 bombard and the heavy gunner. Now the Blast is really good for helping with the crowd control, but because there is no corrosive on this weapon, it does struggle a little bit to drop these enemies. Normally what I would do is I would drop them down using the Blast from this gun and go in for a finisher with my melee weapon, but I'm just showing you guys this gun straight off by itself, showing you that it is capable of helping you in these situations and capable of handling these mobs. Again, I'm not using any Warframe abilities. Ooh. So you can see that it does get a bit sticky. It does get a bit close when you're not using anything to complement you. So we will move on to the next build now. Next up we have the corrosive build. This one is definitely a lot more effective against those N-tier Grineer. I have this build mostly for sorties when we have enhanced enemy armor, and it's the Grineer faction because running 4 corrosive projections doesn't always strip them of their armor. So this just comes in handy just to give that extra bit of edge. And so our loadout, we've got Lethal Torrent, Hornet Strike, Pummel, Barrel Diffusion, and then we go on to Convulsion and Jolt, that's the electricity there. And then we've got Pistol Pestilence to give me the corrosive with the electric, and then just Magnum Force just to up that damage a little bit more. So we will be running them again against the same types of enemies. Now, bearing in mind this gun is built purely around, this build is purely around Grineer. But the impact of the Vaykor itself comes in handy as well because it works against other enemy types. So there we go, all at level 60. You can see that hitting the grenadier quite hard, and then you can see the impact there helping against the other enemy types. So should you be running a relic run, you know your gun is still going to come in handy in case any other types come in, or you happen to get a crossfire mission during the sorties. So next up we will be running the heavy gunners and the bombards. This is where you will see where the corrosive and the high status chance that this gun comes with really coming into play. So there you go, you can see that corrosive straight away eating through that heavy gunner. Now I am sticking a little bit at bay because I am not using any of my Warframe abilities again. So there you go, you can see they're a lot more effective than the blast build, and that status chance just ticking away there. And there you go, heavy gunner, bombard down, both at level 60. A lot faster than the blast build, a lot more effective. So we will move on to the next build now. Okay, so our next build is radiation. As I've shown you previously in videos, the radiation build is very fun to play with. Now my build for this is a little bit different to my other builds. We've still got the 4 base mods. We've got Hornet Strike, Lethal Torrent, Barrel Diffusion and Pummel. And then we go for Primed Heated Charge, and we've got Jolt there. That creates your radiation. We've got Sure Shot on. I would have stuck on another electric mod or another heat mod, but because of my polarities for the other 2 builds, I have to build this one slightly different. So we've got Sure Shot there just to increase the status chance a little bit, bringing me up to 93%. And then we've got Pressurized Magazine. That is, once you reload, it just means you can pop those bullets off a lot faster while you're aiming. You'll see how it works in this next section of the video. So we're going to run the same enemies as before, 2 of each, all up to level 60. So I'm going to show you just its base rate of fire without a reload, and you can see there that radiation taking into effect there on those enemies down there. We can leave those infested ancients there to fight each other. So now we will fire a shot, reload, and there you go. You can see the rapidness, and that is why I have it on this build. Because all I'm inflicting is radiation, when you get a sole enemy, they will focus on you. So that increased rate of fire really comes in handy. Next we're going to move on to the heavy gunners and the bombards. This build isn't as effective as running a corrosive build. It just helps again with the crowd control when you can get that radiation proc going on them. There you go, you can see that the heavy gunner is fighting the bombard, and now that we've got the reload, we can pop some more shots into there. And there is our bombard down, and now we focus on the heavy gun, and now is when you'll see that pressurized magazine really coming into play. Every reload allowing me just to pop those shots off a bit faster. And there we go. Heavy gunner, bombard taken down. So that is my 3 builds today for the Vaykor Marelok. I forgot to mention that this build does require 5 formas for these 3 different builds. If you wanted to work mostly around the radiation, you could still do it with 5 formas. You just have to change your polarities a little bit more. And as always, if you guys have liked this video or found it informative in any way, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more weapon build videos. Thank you very much.